with another video. I've had a really long day. If you guys saw my vlog yesterday, I had to take my dog to the vet and all this stuff, so I'm just giving you guys real cool, casual, chill Nadja. I did have a story time for you guys already, but I went ahead and deleted it by accident. So yeah, I'm coming back and I'm just gonna go ahead and film a new one for you guys, and it is gonna be Christmas related, and it's basically about the time where I got stranded on Christmas. Like, my car broke down and I was far away from home, okay? So if you guys want to hear this story time, please go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. I would appreciate it. And yeah, I'm just gonna get right on into it. So this happened when I was around like 18 years old, I want to say. And basically, hold on, let me do this so you guys can see some of my eyebrows. I mean, I don't got no eyebrows on today, like, what? But I'm gonna at least show that I have some, so I'm just gonna do that. But yeah, so I was around like 18 when this happened, and I remember I was 18 because I did have my little Volkswagen Beetle or whatever. And yeah, and basically what I would do with my friends is that we would all go down to St. Augustine. I live in Jacksonville, so St. Augustine's maybe like 45 minutes away, 45 minutes to an hour away. And you know, we'd go to St. Augustine and we go to the historic city, or we would just go and see some lights and stuff. So I would usually do that with my friends. But that particular year, I couldn't really get any of my friends to go with me because that was like our first year of like being in college. So like a lot of people were going home with their families for Christmas instead of, you know, hanging out with friends like we used to do in high school. Like now it's like, well shoot, you're over there dorming somewhere, and Christmas is like the only time you get to see your family. So it's not like I can go with my friends there. But it was like a tradition, like every year since we were like 16, 15 or so, we would go down to St. Augustine and we would go and see the lights together. But I couldn't do it, we just couldn't do it this year. I could do it because I was living at my mom's house when I was in college, but the rest of my friends were dorming out, so they didn't really get to see their family like that, so they went back to their parents' house. So the only person I could go with was my ex-boyfriend, L, and we had decided that we were gonna go and see the lights because it was something that I really wanted to do. Even though my friends weren't there, I was like, I still want to go, but I don't want to go by myself. My mom didn't really want to drive out there, and I don't know what my brother was doing, but he was the only person that was willing to go with me. He didn't really want to go, like, to be completely blunt, he did not want to go, but he didn't have shit else to do. So he was like, okay, fuck it, let's just go on a trip or whatever. Now, this was my first time ever driving long distance in my car, like, because I got my first car on my 18th birthday. So if this was in December, I was only driving for like 6 months. This was my first time doing a long distance trip in my car, and I was nervous as shit. But he like refused to drive, so I had to drive. I was terrified. I almost got hit. I almost got hit by a freaking what is it called, an 18-wheeler, a truck. I almost got hit by one of those logistic trucks because my car was so small. I had the Volkswagen Beetle, so I'm over here in the fast lane trying to hit it, trying to get to St. Augustine. Not even a long trip, and there's trucks merging and shit. I'm scared, so I'm like, okay, can you please drive? Like, cause I'm terrified. And then he was in the car smoking a blunt, so he's like, oh,
well, now I really can't drive because I'm high, so I can't drive. And
I'm like, yo, I'm getting contact and I'm terrified. Like, I don't know. So somehow I drove both of us all the way down to St. Augustine, right? As soon as we hit the St. Augustine exit, it was backed up. Like, cause by the time we got there, it was dark. Cause, you know, it's wintertime, it gets dark early. So it was backed up. There were hella cars just all heading straight towards downtown St. Augustine. And to be honest, like, all of the lights, like the people that would do like the light shows on their houses with the music and stuff, and like the ice skating rink and stuff like that, was not downtown, but we had to pass through it. So we're just sitting in all this traffic, and I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I'm getting irritable because it's like I'm just sitting here in traffic, I'm running out of gas. So finally I see a gas station. I'm like, okay, cool. So, you know, we go and get gas. I did not turn my car off while I got gas. Keep that in mind. I didn't turn my car off when I was getting gas. We get back right into traffic, right? We're driving. Finally, I'm like, my ex was like,
yo, I'm kind of hungry,
because he was smoking. So I'm like, you know what? We've been on the road for a bit. I guess we can go and get some food. Fuck it. So we see something like a Popeyes or a KFC or something, and we pull over this time I turned my car off because we did not go through the drive-thru. We pull over and then we go inside and, you know, we order our food or whatever. We eat, take a break, and then we go back to the car. And then this is when shit goes down. Back to the car, I try to turn the car on, my car is not starting. Like just as simple as that. My car is just not starting. I'd never had that problem with that car before. Like my car was actually in very good shape for it to be as old as it was. At the time, my car was only 10 years old. Like it just wasn't starting, and I was like, oh well, maybe it's because it's cold. I don't know, but it just was not starting. I'm the type of person, you could even ask Daniel, I'm the type of person where like when a stressful situation is around and I don't have anybody to calm me down, I'm just gonna go 0 to 100. So I was literally like, turn car on, it's not starting. I'm at 100, I'm freaking out, we're far away from home, like, and I'm thinking like, okay, I do have AAA, but it's like they're gonna have to tow my car all the way from one city to another city. It's gonna cost a lot of money. Back when I was in college, I did not even have that type of money to be spending on tow trucks and all that shit. Like I barely could afford the damn Popeyes I just got. Like, so I'm freaking out. As always, my ex is just sitting there like doesn't give a fuck. Like just no fucks given whatsoever. And I'm just like, I don't know what to do. I called my mom. My mom was like, well shit, if you have to do AAA, you have to do AAA, but you're gonna have to pay for it, like, because it's going out of city lines. And I'm just like, yo, this is the worst thing ever. So I'm just thinking like, okay, maybe if I just leave it alone for a little bit, you know, come back, maybe it'll be good. So I went back into the Popeyes because it was cold outside. My ex lifted the hood up like something was like, really bro, like you're not a freaking mechanic, like what are you about to do? He comes back in the Popeyes.
Oh, the oil level seems fine.
What the fuck does that have to do with my car not starting? Like I know my oil levels are fine, I just got gas also. Like what does that have to do with the car not starting? Like, do you see how A and B does not equal W? Like I don't get, what did you think you were doing there, sir? Like honestly, what did you think that you were doing? Like makes no sense. And he just doesn't care. And I think the main reason why he didn't care, well, I don't know about the main reason, but a main contributor to why he didn't care was because he was high. And I'm sober as fuck, thinking about the reality of we are in the middle of St. Augustine, the middle of traffic, in a city that is not where we're from. We're gonna have to get some shit towed. Like that's just what's gonna have to happen. We have to get this car towed. Like, you know, after a little while, I went back outside and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try to start it and like hit the gas pedal a little bit. So I tried starting the car and, you know, I revved up the engine a little bit. That shit still was not turning on. It wasn't even turning over. So I'm like, yo, this is some fucking shit. Like I'm really about to be out here. And this is before Uber and all of that stuff even existed. So it's like we're real deal stranded out here. And I'm like, I'm not about to call a cab because cabs in Florida are high as shit. So I'm just like, I really don't know what to do. This man is no freaking help. Like he's just sitting here, doesn't know what the fuck to do. He's just happy because he's along for the ride. I was like, you know what, I can't. And I just broke down. Like I just broke down because I was just so frustrated. And it's just like, it was just a hot ass fucking mess. So after I had my breakdown, my temper tantrum, I go back into the car and I said like a silent prayer. I'm like, Lord, please just let my car turn over. I won't turn it back off. I will just take my ass home. Like, please. Turn the key, revved up the engine. Shit turned on. I was so freaking happy. I was so ecstatic. I was like, yes, oh my God. I called my mom. I told her what was going on. And she basically just said the same thing I thought. She was like, it's probably because of the weather, that it was really cold and it didn't want to turn on. And you know, my ex just act like nothing happened. Like he just hopped in the car as if we never was just sitting in this parking lot for 30 minutes trying to get the car to come on. It's just like, well, all right, let's go. And I'm just like, bro, like, not helping whatsoever. I did not keep my word in my prayer. I did not keep my word. I definitely got back on the road and I drove to the little downtown area where they had the ice skating and where they had like, you can make s'mores and stuff like that. But to be honest, I really didn't have a good experience with my ex. I had way better experiences when I went with my friends because it was like everybody wanted to actually do the stuff that was there. Like when I went to my friends, we would like do games and stuff on the ice skating rings and like try to do tricks and like watch each other fall and stuff like that. Or like when we would do the s'mores, we would see who could stack the biggest s'more. Like it was just different, because when he went there, it was kind of just like, oh,
I don't really know if I want to skate.
Or like,
oh, I'm kind of full from the Popeyes. I don't want to eat no s'mores.
Like it was just boring. So I was like, you know, we probably only stayed there for like 15 minutes, bitch. We literally probably only, I'll say 30 minutes, because I literally skated around for like a little while by myself. And then we got back in the car. The car started up, thank God the car started up. Yeah, we went to go see some lights, like people's houses where you could just drive through in front of their houses and watch the light show with the music and stuff. We did that. And then we just drove back to Jacksonville. So when we drive back to Jacksonville, you know, I dropped him off at his house because, like, to be honest, I was kind of like tired of him, if that makes any sense. Like, I was just tired of him. I'm like, yo, you really just made my trip bogus, like, to be honest. Like, that was a waste of gas, that was a waste of money, like, that was just dumb. And then I paid for everything. Like, I paid for the ice skating and that he didn't even want to do, and I paid for the s'mores that he swore he didn't want to eat, but he ate some anyway, and I paid for the gas. So yeah, it was dumb. It was super dumb. So I dropped him off at his house, and then I went home, called it a night. So then when I woke up the next morning, I don't know if I had school or what, but all I know is that when I woke up the next morning, my car did not start whatsoever. Like, my car did not freaking start. And I'm just like, yo, at least my car is broke down at my house and not in St. Augustine, an hour away from my house. Like, but yeah, my car did not start, and I never really knew what was wrong with my car. Like, it would just do that sometimes for whatever reason. And ironically, when my car was like totaled, it was because somebody else hit me. Like, it's not like my car just got old and then that was that. Like, no, I genuinely did not know why my car was doing that shit, but it did it from time to time. It's just that was not the time or the place to be breaking down, okay, on Christmas time. Like, that's not cool. No. Yeah, I was thinking about going back to that place in St. Augustine this year, only because I haven't been in like 5 years or so. Like, I haven't been in a very, very long time, and I was like, you know, it'd be nice to go with somebody who actually appreciates the things that I'm into, and like, you know, we can go and have a good time. Because yeah, I have not been out there in a very long time to go see the lights or go ice skating or anything like that. So that'd be really cool. Bring little Spodie. Spodie can come with us. I don't know about the ice skating part, but Spodie could come with us. We could have a good time. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. Have any of you guys ever been, have any of your cars ever broken down when you're out of town before? Like, that is some, like, what do you even do in that moment? Do you get it towed to like a place in that town, or like, what do you even do? Like honestly, like, what do you even do in that situation? If you've been in that situation, I would love to see how you handled it and put it in the comments below. Have you ever went on like a trip or something with somebody who really wasn't feeling it? Let me know your experience about that as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I know this is a short story time, but I've been pretty busy. I'm going to do a another, what is it called? Boyfriend Rates My Outfits with Daniel. We're gonna do another one of those. So keep on the lookout for that this week. If it's not gonna be out tomorrow, it'll probably be out the day after that. But yeah, that's about it.